So recently, y'all, there was a post by House of Highlights taking a tweet of somebody basically comparing Russ and CP3, and it read this. It said, "Can't lie, there's not a single scenario where I'd take peak Russ over peak CP3." And I started thinking to myself, I said, yo, that's an interesting conversation, right? Prime Russ versus prime CP3. Like, who do you really take over the other? Like, that can go either way. I can see that argument going the distance. And what better way to take that argument further than utilizing 2K in our imagination, right? And swapping these brothers in terms of their career. So that is what we are doing today. We taking Russ when he was at his prime, his peak with the Oklahoma City Thunder, right? When KD was there and they went to the finals. And CP3 when CP3 got to Lob City and the Clippers, and we switching those two. And my thing is, whichever one can have the bigger impact, the better impact, and take their team down the distance, take their team further than what they actually accomplish in reality, I feel like that's going to answer it for us, alright? But y'all comment down below right now, who y'all taking? CP3 or Russ in their peak? So here we are, y'all see it. Russell Westbrook, 90 overall with the Los Angeles Clippers. Y'all see the Clippers with Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, Jamal Crawford, and company, right? Then on the other side, we got CP3 with the Oklahoma City Thunder, and he's there with KD, Serge Ibaka, Kevin Martin, Kendrick Perkins, and the rest of the company that was also part of that team. All right, so at this point, CP3 is 25 years old. He's a 92 overall. He's been in the league for a total of 5 seasons, So 5 seasons so far. And then currently, his accolades stand at being a 3-time All-Star, first team All-NBA once, second team All-NBA once, first team All-Defense once, second team All-Defense once, and then of course, a Rookie of the Year. On the other side, we got Russell Westbrook, who's 1 year younger than CP3, so 24, and he's a 90 overall. Russ has been in the league for only 2 seasons so far. Meanwhile, CP3 has been in the league for 5 seasons, so that explains, when we go ahead and look at his accolades, he only has one on there really, which is first team All Rookie, right? Meanwhile, CP3 has more things on his belt, All-Star appearances, along with first team on both sides, All NBA and All Defense. So it's gonna be very interesting to see the way these careers pan out, to see what they're able to accomplish on their new teams, right? Which is the opposing teams of each other. So very interesting. Y'all comment down below what y'all predictions are gonna be. What do y'all think is gonna happen, right? Does Russ go on to win with the Los Angeles Clippers? Does he go to another team? Does he get a ring? Does CP3 get a ring? Who gets more? Does one not get one? I want to hear everything. Please comment down below right now, and make sure y'all hit that like button as well too. All right, we about to get busy. Let's go ahead and sim through the first season and see how this pans out. Well, we'll actually sim to their first appearance against each other just to see how that goes, and then from there, any potential playoff matchups against each other. So they do have a matchup November 3rd. We're gonna go ahead and simulate that with Simcast, and then if we get the opportunity to jump in, we'll go ahead and jump in. So big injury on CP3 side. KD is hurt, broken leg, 6 to 8 weeks. We'll see how he can pick up the slack without him. All right, so here we are. You got Russell Westbrook in the lineup, CP3 in the lineup. KD is hurt, so KD is not playing. Blake Griffin's playing. All right, bet. So let's go ahead and see how this game pans out. All right, you got the Clippers versus the Oklahoma City Thunder, and you see right away OKC and the Clippers going back and forth. They're going back and forth, right? Early in the first quarter, it's a low tight game. Second quarter is still tight. Still, oh no. CP3 and company. Oh, whoa. I couldn't even get a hold of that. But CP3 and company, they pulled away and then they came back. So here we are in the fourth quarter. It's close. Where we at? 7-point game. Nah, still not close enough to jump in. 6-point game. Okay, 6-point game. We're gonna jump in and we go ahead and we're gonna get a nice visual of the game. Get to see these brothers in their separate uniforms, alright? In their new uniforms. You got Russ right here, massive against CP3. CP3 in the OKC uniform. And CP3 did play for OKC, good steal by Serge Ibaka. You can't forget, CP3 did get traded to OKC when he got traded for Russ, right? They got traded for each other. CP3 was traded for Russ in a trade that sent Russ to the Houston Rockets to play with James Harden. And then CP3 was in OKC, which he actually had a good impact. He brought them to the playoffs. You see Russ miss a big 3 right there, but DeAndre Jordan cleans it up, and it's now it's an 8-point game. I'm a little confused myself. I gotta have it sit in my mind that CP3 is with the Oklahoma City Thunder right now. So at a certain point, I thought he was with the Clippers and he was up. I was like, CP3, beating Russ right now, but that was not the case. All right. Is that supposed to be Jeremy Lamb? What in the world? Why is there no face for Jeremy Lamb? That's tough. Alright, you see the big time steal right there. Let's see if they can get a big bucket. They need it. They need it. I don't think this Surge can shoot threes.
Collison with the
Surge
screen
didn't start
on
spacing out until later in his career.
No good from Lamb.
Jeremy Lamb taking big shots. CP3 is not there to take any big shots, but he's not deciding to for whatever reason. So we're gonna sim to the end. That game is done, and you see it. Russ takes the first matchup, right? So in CP3's defense, KD was hurt, and at this point, I know it's very early, only 5 games into the season, but you see the standings. Russ and company 4-1, CP3 and company 2-2. Again, KD has been hurt, so there's a little asterisk on that. All right, so let's go ahead and now sim through the season. All right, so the first season is in the books. These are the awards. Don't mind the year. It says 2011, but really we are in 2012 to 2013. So currently it should be 2013. LeBron gets the MVP. Anthony Davis, Rookie of the Year. There's the OKC award right here. Surge is ended up getting DPOY. That's with CP3 by his side, right? But other than that, that's it. No Clippers, no Thunder awards. CP3 does get All NBA First Team. Guess who's also right there on his side is Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is also All NBA First Team, right? Let's go ahead and look at defensive team. We have nobody from OKC aside from Surge. We have CP3. That's it. Because then Russ is not here. Okay, so CP3 adds on to his accolades. But this is a big accolade for Russ as well, too. That All-NBA First Team, that's huge for him. Again, this is only his 3rd season, so that's huge. So let's keep in mind, this year, this is the playoff bracket right now. But this year, in reality, what happened, right? I'm just going to share with you guys what happened, right? With the Clippers in 2013 in the NBA playoffs, CP3 by their side. They went on to lose 4-2. They lost 4-2 as the 4th seed to the Memphis Grizzlies. And then the Memphis Grizzlies went on to then beat Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunders the following round 4-1. And then the end of the story of that, Miami actually won the championship that year. So the Clippers, they're not the 4th seed, but they're the 5th seed, but they're in that same bracket. And then the Thunder are the 2nd seed, and they were the 1st seed that year in reality. So very close in terms of like their standings compared to what happened in real life and compared to what is happening right now. So it doesn't seem like a big difference yet. So we're going to go ahead and see how the playoffs pan out. I'm going to simulate through the first round. All right, sim it through right away. Let's see what happens. All right, so the Clippers advance and OKC advance. All right, cool. You got a battle of LA up here, right? Kobe is out there. Shout out to Kobe. Rest in peace to Kobe. You feel me? And then you got OKC and San Antonio. So you got some tough matchups, all right? We're going to simulate through the round. Let's see what happens. So OKC has been eliminated. CP3 and OKC have been eliminated by the Spurs. The Spurs, again, they went to the finals that year. Russ goes on to the conference finals with Blake Griffin and company, okay? So we're going to go ahead and simulate game by game now, all right? So simulate through game 1. San Antonio gets game 1. Simulate through game 2. San Antonio wins game 2. Simulate through game 3. All right. We got one in the Clippers side. Okay. Miami has advanced. We got a series tied over in the West. Let's go. Game 5. Who gets it? The Clippers get game 5. Russ and company are going crazy. We have a game 7. Y'all know what we got to do. We got a simcast, all right? But quickly, let's just see what Russ has been doing so far. In game 6, y'all see it. 44. But let's go ahead. It's game 1, he didn't really have too good of a performance. Game 2, 42. Going crazy. Game 3, 27 points. Okay, game 4, 24 points. And he flirted with nearly, I was going to say a 5x5 game, but he didn't really have the blocks. He almost had a 5x5 game with the turnovers there. But Russ being consistent ever since game 1, game 5, you have Russ with a double-double, 30 and 11. And then like we just said, he had 44 points in game 2. So Simcast, let's get it popping. Let's see if Russ can get a finals appearance with the Los Angeles Clippers. And this would be huge because they never had a finals appearance at all. They did not have that with CP3. They haven't had it with Kawhi. Let's see if Russ can be the difference maker right there. So here we go. Game 7. This is in San Antonio, right? The Clippers are away. So far in the first quarter, they're maintaining a slight lead, all right? Again, San Antonio Spurs are no slack. They actually went to the finals this year in real life. What I mean by this year is in the year that we're playing in right now, they actually went to the finals. So it's a tough team, right? Timmy D, Manu, Tony Parker. It's a tough team right there. And then they had Kawhi too, right? Kawhi is a rookie, so tough team. In the third quarter, San Antonio trying to pull away. They have a double-digit lead that they're building on right now. It's getting worse and worse. So fourth quarter, Clippers down by double digits still, and it doesn't look like they are going to advance to the NBA Finals. All right, looks like they're going to get knocked out in Game 7 against the San Antonio Spurs, who again they went to the finals this same year. This is the actual matchup that happens in reality. reality. We're going to sim through. Who wins the chip? The Miami Heat win the chip in Game 7. Funny enough, that is exactly what happened in 2013. LeBron, Finals MVP, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so far, after year 1 of this career swap, Russ is having a bigger impact on his team, right? We didn't get to really see what exactly CP3 did with his team, but just looking at the numbers so far, again, Russ and the Los Angeles Clippers went all the way to Game 7 against the San Antonio Spurs in the Western Conference Final. That's huge. And they were the 5th seed. Russ averaged nearly 25 points per game, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and he shot 53% from the field. That's not bad. Alright, now CP3 averaged 21 points, 3 rebounds, 10 assists, 3 steals, and he shot 52% from the field while shooting 25% for 3. That's no good. No good. You know, he does have KD there, right? KD is scoring monster. KD was averaging 34 and 11 throughout the playoffs, and he was averaging 10 dimes. So, seems like a good fit so far, but obviously it did not equate to winning. So, we have the offseason. We're going to simulate through the offseason, and then, and we back at it year 2. Let's see what happens. Alright, so we are now in 2014, right? Yeah, this would be 2023. Not 2023, excuse me. This would be 2013 to 2014. And as we sim through the regular season right now, there aren't any significant changes to the teams, alright? The teams look to be the same. They look to be running in the back with the same squads for the most part. There aren't any significant changes to these teams. Alright, so year 2, right? 2013, 2014 season is in the books. KD gets an MVP with CP3 by his side, alright? Giannis got drafted to the podcast. Look at that. And that is about it. Alright, so now we go on to it. All-NBA first team. Russell Westbrook is back. CP3 is not here. So far, Russell Westbrook seems to be outperforming CP3. All-NBA second team. CP3 is not even here. Did he get hurt? Oh, he did. So CP3, he's All-NBA third team, but it looks like he got hurt. And let's see. What is his injury? Oh, it's just sprained right finger day to day. Alright, so that's not crazy. I bet. All defensive first team. Let's see. None of these fellas on there. I bet. So here we are with the playoff bracket. Year 2 of the career swap. The Oklahoma City Thunder, they ended up pulling out with the 4th seed, which is crazy because they had a beastly record. Let me go ahead and look at that real quick. Just the West. The West was so dominant. Look, 3 teams were tied for the 2nd seed, right, with that 58-24 record. The Portland Trailblazers, San Antonio Spurs, and Oklahoma City Thunder. And then the Clippers pull out. They get the 6th of they got the 6th seed. They were tied for the 6th and 7th. And in reality, that year, right, the Clippers pulled out the 3rd seed that year, while the Oklahoma City Thunder pulled out the 2nd seed. So both teams underperformed based on what they did in reality that year in 2014, right, in the 2014 playoffs. Just to give out again what happens for them in the first round, they both advanced, right? The Clippers that year, they beat the Golden State Warriors in 7 games, and the Oklahoma City Thunder beat the Memphis Grizzlies in 7 games, and they go on to advance and face each other in the 2nd round. And then OKC knocks them out in 6, and then OKC goes on to lose to the San Antonio Spurs in the Western Conference Finals, and then the Spurs go on to win a championship that year, of course. All right, so let's see what happens this year with the new teams. It looks like the Clippers have been eliminated and OKC have both been eliminated. So they both lose in 7, right? It's crazy enough. They both went to 7 games in reality in 2014, right, against their opponents in the first round, but they both won. This time around, they both lose. So that is it. So simulate the playoffs. We'll see what happens, but they both come up short in the first round. So the Miami Heat, they go on to win another championship. That does not happen in real life. They don't end up winning in 2014, all right? LeBron is out here wilding, just accumulating the accolades. We're about to go into year 3. Let's see what happens. I think we might see some big changes to either of these teams during this offseason, because I think Blake is a free agent. I don't know if he's going to resign, so we're about to see. Restricted free agent Jeff Adrian accepts the qualifying offer. I bet. I don't even know who that is, to be honest. All right, so big change to the Los Angeles Clippers. Blake Griffin is not here. I'm not sure where he signed. Let's go ahead and check. He's one of the top overalls at this point, so we'll be able to find him right away. He went to the Orlando Magic. He is now a member of the Orlando Magic, and if he's there, was Dwight still there? Let's see. Oh, no, Dwight's in Atlanta. That's so crazy. I bet. So that's a huge loss for Russell Westbrook. We'll see if Russell Westbrook decides to change, the team he's on in a couple seasons. He has 2 years left on his contract. But it's not a good sign for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's not looking like they're going to make it any further than what they've done so far, right? The Western Conference Finals 2 seasons ago. I don't know if they passed that with the team they have right now. OKC, still looking the same. Wait, Serge Ibaka is not here. Is he here? Am I bugging? No, I don't see Serge. Serge Ibaka has signed with the Washington Wizards. This is crazy. All right, cool. So they both lose key pieces pieces to their team, key pieces to their front court. They're starting power forwards. They both lose them. So let's see what happens. Regardless of the loss, I think Blake Griffin is more of a bigger loss compared to Serge Ibaka. So CP3 is in a good position with the team that he has. He's in a better position compared to Russ. So let's go ahead and see how this season pans out. This is year 3 of the career swap. All right, year 3 of Russ with the Los Angeles Clippers, and then CP3 with the Oklahoma City Thunder. All right, and so far not looking too good for CP3 and the Clippers. Look at that. They're 3-8, 3-9 to start off, 3-10. Lord have mercy. Guys, CP3 has torn his left Achilles. He is out for the season. So this is tough. Tough season. Tough year 3, right? With the losses in both sides in terms of like the assets, right? Blake and Serge. And then now CP3 being out for the season. That's tough. That's tough. So it doesn't look like any of these teams are going that far. KD maybe could pull his own weight, but we'll see. All right, so 2014-2015 season is in the books, and it was a disappointing season for both teams. It's crazy, Jokic on the Suns. Disappointing season for both teams, all right? I think the Clippers ended up having the worst record in the conference, and then CP3, he torn his Achilles. You know, that affected the performance of the team, and I think the Thunder might have pulled off the AC. But Russ, you see, he gets an All-NBA second-team appearance right here. Oh my God, these two both dislocated left patella, and they're both out for the season. Guess it was a season full of injuries. All right, man, so here we are in the playoffs. OKC didn't even make it. They didn't even make it. So if we pull up the standings real quick, yeah, OKC dropped to the 10th seed. All right, and that was only with KD and the rest of the company. Again, Serge Ibaka is no longer a part of the squad, and then CP3 was hurt. And then with the Clippers, right, they have the worst record. Oh, second to worst record, tied for the worst record with the Los Angeles Lakers. While LA was down bad this year, they were not able to re-sign Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin decided to go to the Orlando Magic. That loss showed significantly in their performance. All right, so we're simulating through the playoffs. We got to move on to year 4. The career swap is going to be what, 2015 to 2016, right? Yeah, 2015 to 2016. All right, so the Grizzlies are your champions for this year. Mike Conley, Finals MVP. Look at that. You know, the Grizzlies overdoing. Blake Griffin went to the finals with the Orlando Magic. Who does he have over there? We're just very curious. Quickly just look at the Orlando Magic roster. It's him, Vucevic, Aaron Aflalo, Tobias Harris, Andrew Nicholson. Shout out Bonnies. And they got MC Dub and Ramon Sessions, Maxi Kleber, Gerald Wallace. It's not nothing crazy, but like they got good pieces surrounding each other, right? So here we go. This is a big off season as both teams look to bounce back, whether it's through the draft or through any sign-ins, right? They both had a bad previous season, right? Especially the Clippers. Clippers were tied for the worst record in the Nick Hill accepts qualifying, okay, and the worst record in the West. So let's see how they bounce back. All right, so the Clippers did get some slight help, right? They were able to draft Kristaps Porzingis, right? That's a big piece. Is going to develop to be, you know what Porzingis developed to be. He's an NBA champion right now with the Boston Celtics, and he was a pivotal piece in that championship run, even though he barely played leading up to that point. They did get Kristaps Porzingis to fill that void of Blake Griffin being gone, but then they lose DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan went ahead and signed somewhere else. I don't know yet. I'm about to find that out. DeAndre Jordan went and signed with the Minnesota Timberwolves. All right, so he's over there. They did get an additional piece, but then he loses another piece. So that's tough. And Russ just signed an extension with the Los Angeles Clippers, so he needs to be enjoying his time in LA. I know he is from LA, but they're failing to maintain pieces around him, which has to be frustrating as a superstar, somebody in his peak, in his prime, playing well. He's actually low-key outperforming CP3 right now, but it seems like CP3's been having somewhat the better success with the team, even though Russ made it farther that first season with the Clippers as they went to the Western Conference Finals against the San Antonio Spurs and lost in 7. So CP3, I think, is still hurt. Where is CP3? Whoa, did CP3 sign somewhere else? Yo, yeah, 2K just snapped, bro. I don't know why CP3 not here. He's nowhere to be found. Like, I literally just went around trying to search, bro. Not just on the teams, the player finder. I even did, by overalls, everything. And I even went to go see if it was like his number was retired anyway, to see if he retired. Because obviously I skipped through the off season. Didn't get to thoroughly look at every piece. And his numbers is not anywhere. His number is not retired in the New Orleans Pelicans. It's not retired with the Oklahoma City Thunder. It would only be either of those two teams because he's only played for those two teams so far. And it's nowhere. It's nowhere. So I wonder if he did retire. Maybe, I guess, given the success he has had so far at this point, it's nothing great. Nothing crazy, right? Nothing crazy up to this point because it's such an early point in his career. I wonder if he retired. He suffered what? Torn left Achilles? Did he retire because of that? I don't know. But at this point, just given the fact that it's botched like this video at this point, which is very disappointing. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm tight, you know, because I wanted to see this go the distance and see what would actually transpire between both of their careers here in 2K. We're gonna end it off right here, unfortunately. And I'm gonna still put out the video like this. Obviously, I watch it right now, so I seen the video, so I'm still putting it out like this because of the time and effort I went into this video. And I think it still gave us a little taste, at least, to see them in their prime, in their peak. You know, with the swap between OKC and the Clippers. Obviously, none of them went on to win a championship, but it seemed like Russ was the player that was outperforming CP3. Obviously, they both fill different gaps. They both have different play styles. You know, Russ was scoring more. CP3 wasn't scoring more, but he was averaging more assists. But Russ took his team farther that first year. So Russ did have more success. His accolades did go up. He was All-NBA team every year. He was All-NBA team the previous year, which CP3 did not accomplish. Obviously, he was hurt. He was out for the season. So that definitely played a role there. But, you know, Russ was able to get his bag up. He was able to get his bag up. And I would love to continue this because this will look more filled than what it is, right? It would look way more filled than what it is because Russ has only played, 6 years pro? So it's like there's way more going on in his career. But we're going to end it off here. If anything, you know, we'll look to pick it up another time. I don't know what 2K did. I don't know what's going on, but you know what I'm saying? We're just going to wrap it up right here, y'all. That's it for this video. I apologize for it being botched. Hope y'all enjoyed it. We're going to be going crazy this year, all right? Make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button. Comment down below, as always. Let us know how y'all felt about this video. And subscribe to the channel. That helps us out tremendously with the success of the channel and bringing better content to you all, all right? I'm looking forward to going crazy this year, all right? We about to be consistent. That's my goal this year, is for us to be consistent. It's for me to be consistent, all right? So, you know, y'all keep me in check. Y'all make sure y'all go follow me on all my other socials. Again, so y'all can keep me in check and keep me balanced on that. But I'm going to holler at y'all next one. Y'all be easy until then. As always, I appreciate y'all, all right? Love.